Welcome, top of the morning to ye. It's a very beautiful, sunny, brisk, cool day here in Dublin. You can see Dublin from our ship, the port, anyway. You know, port cities, they're not really indicative of what we're really going to be looking at. But join us as we take a walking tour of Dublin. Faith and be gone, we are here in Dublin. So our walking tour starts on a bus.
And the walking tour is on the bus. And Lyman's running around because
he's had too much coffee
this morning. Lyman, say hello.
Hello
to our
Welcome
viewers.
to Dublin.
And tell me all about your...
Good light.
Yeah.
Raccoon face.
Well, pretend like that it's spotlights and theater lights.
Yeah, we're in Hollywood.
Tell me all about your experience in Dublin so far.
So far, I like my little musical.
It's very festive the way you get off the gangplank.
And did you see the legitimate
leprechaun
there?
Yes, he gave us some four-leaf clovers.
See our
paper four-leaf clover on the hat?
Yeah, he gave us four-leaf clovers.
See this? It's going to go right here near
But
my
that's only a
little thing.
three-leaf clover.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie.
We'll add one later.
What we lost a citizen there. The Killarney just here on the left, this is one of the tenders that used to go out to the great liners when they departed from Cove, or Queenstown as it would have been known originally. The Killarney there was a tender. This is our latest addition, if you like, and of course the harp is the national symbol of our country. Side of the river, then the custom.
We're in Trinity College, and they actually have the original Book of Kells here.
If you want to study the Book of Kells, you would come to Trinity College. Where else can you really study it?
And the harp in Ireland is the national symbol of Ireland.
That's right.
So it was a really big deal for her to cut and get rid of all the harps.
Actually, in the heart of the campus of Trinity College. If I wanted to get an adult continuation degree, I think I'd come to Dublin.
But you have to watch where you're walking because it's all
Cobble. Boy.
Donation money. This, though, is the long room. It's the library, and it's in this room and this library that fabulous manuscript, the Book of Kells, is in. Because as it dates back to 800 years of our Christ, and it's a complete gospel of Matthew, Mark, and John. It used to be one book. It's now divided into 4 sections, 2 sections of and the other 2 the library is absolutely marvelous. Now, as I say,
Okay, so we have a couple of corrections. The Trinity College was established by Queen Elizabeth I, but no Catholics were allowed to attend here, and no women were allowed to attend here until 1902. The monks that transcribed the Book of Kells are those same monks that I was talking about before, but the Book of Kells actually are the 4 Gospels. And that manuscript is housed in the Trinity College Library.
We got a lot of information on the current social, political, and economic climate in Ireland.
Surprise, surprise, nobody's happy. So James Joyce, you know, Ulysses, his wife Nora, he met over there at this hotel that we were just at the Finn Hotel. Thank you, Kong. And I asked about Molly Bloom, and our tour guide says that character is actually based on his wife Nora. So interesting, huh?
Have I saw you? You did?
Denise Toomey, I worked with her at J. Walter Thompson. Yes, on the Burger King account. We've seen many Burger Kings in Ireland.
But does her family own a store in Dublin?
I don't know, but she was a ginger.
This is where Oscar Wilde lived. So we have had an Oscar Wilde experience. There's our Oscar Wilde.
here we have Oscar Wilde looking out at his house, number 1 Marion Square. And Oscar actually said that he got all of his ideas for the plays he wrote from studying people at all the different parties were on. It's the American
A
University.
cynic is a man
Those doors there.
who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. We love Oscar Wilde. One of the Dublin playgrounds in one of these Georgian parks, one of the 5 parks in the city from the Georgian era. So these parks were built off of all the taxes that England was levying in the early 1700s, and the parks were built in the 1760s, I think she said.
Everyone that lived around the park were Protestants because they were wealthy, and all the Catholics were their cooks and kept their houses going.
Yeah, Catholics weren't allowed to own property until the 1920s, I think. This is what tax dollars put to good use looks like. Look at that. Oh, that's a park.
No.
And we brought some sun here. Oh, and these parks are all locked at night, which is what probably another reason why they're so beautifully kept. Isn't that just gorgeous? Look at that. This is a beautiful, beautiful park, and they have England to thank for this, because these are English parks built in the 1700s, as we've said over and over again. The old street lamps are indicative of different periods of Dublin, and they have a bunch of them still up. Georgian townhomes. Look at how these are. All these bricks imported from England. Stucco work inside done by Italians who would train the local Irishmen how to do stucco work. Look at all the chimneys, because all those rooms were heated by its own fireplace. Townhomes. Another example of some of the old streetlights depicting another period in the history of Dublin. This fence is decorated with iron shamrocks.
This is a shamrock fence, as you can see here. It made each one shamrock. So money was no object back then.
Very shamrocky. You know, I find it interesting that with the horrible history that we've been hearing, and all of the famine, and all of the poverty, all of the war, all of the conflict, what exactly is the luck of the Irish?